We're on the record in 326060, the state of Texas versus Friday Goberdan. Mr. Goberdan, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Goberdan, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Goberdan? That's good. Mr. Goberdan, you're here, first of all, your case is on our pretrial conference docket, and you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Leonard DeRosa. Mr. DeRosa, you have an announcement for the court regarding this case?
My understanding is the DA is making a motion to dismiss it.
To dismiss? Okay. Ms. Ramos?
Yes, Your Honor, that is something that Mr. Shearer is going to be handling, and I will get with him and see if he sent that dismissal to the court.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Goberdan, you just please have a seat, and we'll wait for the next, for the state to get back with us on that. Okay? Renee Field?
Honor?
Mr. Field, would you come on up?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Shearer has submitted 3 dismissals to the court.
Okay. All right, let's see.
I'm gonna have to interpret.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're just swearing in.
Raise your own hand.
You, wait, you're gonna interpret.
What do you want to me?
Do you solemnly swear that you will accurately translate English, Spanish, and show up you got it?
Yes.
Okay, you may put your hand up. Let's see, this is Mr. Your name is Alan Field?
Elaine Field, Renee Acosta, Elaine Field.
Okay. Mr. Field, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Field, do you swear or affirm Okay, Mr. Field, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Field?
Thank you. Fine.
Mr. Field, we have 2 cases, and you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Leonard DeRosa. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, Mr. DeRosa, I see that these are traffic appeal cases. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the reason why I mentioned that is because I was looking at the judgments from the lower court, which is the city of Port Arthur, and your appeal bond. And it looks like your appeal bond states that the case was, the judgment was rendered and entered on August 13th of 2019, and you filed an appeal bond on November 20th of 2019. But if that's the case, this court would not have jurisdiction to hear the case because you only had 10 days to file your appeal bond. It has to be filed no later than the 10th day. However, I'm looking at the judgment, and the judgments that's signed by the judge states that the judgment occurred on November 12th of 2019, which means that if that's the case, then your appeal is perfected. So I'm looking at that. I guess it may be a mistake.
I think what happened is I sent it by mail, which under 2714 gives you 30 days to file the appeal bond. I think if you request.
Yeah, but
the
I mean,
appeal
even
in court-
August to December August to November is more than 30 days.
I guess that was a mistake that I put in there.
Yeah, that's 3 months.
Yeah, I guess that was a mistake.
Well, I don't know, I'm just looking at the judgment, but the judgment states that, I mean, if I go by the judgment, which is November 12th of 2019, and you file in your appeal bond the next day, that, to me, it would kind of make sense. Okay.
I think that was just a typo.
Yeah, okay, well, now, Ms. Ramos, do you have any objections to the court hearing these matters? It looks like he might have, it may be an error in his appeal bond with regards to the date that the judgment was actually entered. I have a copy of the judgment, and the judgment was actually entered the day before he filed the appeal bond.
I don't have an objection. There may have been something that Mr. DeRosa worked out with Mr. Scherer on this one, and I'm not aware of that.
I was just making sure for the, you know, basically, you know, pursuant to Article 45.0426 says when an appeal bond has been filed with the justice or judge who tried the case not later than the 10th day after the date the judgment was entered, the appeal in such case shall be held to be perfected. I was just making sure that that the appeal was perfected. So if I take it, I'm gonna go by the judgment rather than the maybe the typographical error or the error that's in the appeal bond. Okay? And that's in both of his cases. And actually case is called number 326064 and cause number 326066. Okay? So now, Mr. DeRosa, you saying that y'all worked out an agreement on these cases?
We have, Your Honor. One case is an equipment case, something to do with a tire that's being dismissed, and then the other one is an overweight. I'm not quite sure which cause number goes to which, but
Okay,
our agreement is $250.
okay, that's fine. So
Plus-
you're
plus
gonna do the
cost.
paperwork on that one?
Can we get I don't think he has the money today.
Okay,
to
so
do
you need a
a
reset?
reset, yes.
Okay, yeah, we'll be able to do that. Now, let's see, Mr. Field, you may take a seat.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that you should have, the cases that are being dismissed should be on the tablet.
Yeah, I have it on the tablet right here. And 6-4 is being dismissed. Okay. And let's see. So lease. That's this one.